What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Southern Roots Podcast, episode 41. I was not here last week. These guys held it down. They had some good. They had some good information. They did not have my picks. I was
not gonna lie. We turned it into a straight up college football podcast last week.
Yeah, we did.
That's sure. All we talked about.
I ended up listening to it, so I know I heard all the goodies and some of the stuff. I was like, ain't no way, but it is what it is. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. It was fun to be outside looking in, I guess.
Yeah, I can see that.
So
I need to miss one here soon, so then I can do that.
I think you're the only one who hasn't missed one.
That's what we were talking about before we started last week.
Yeah.
I've missed a few.
I think that's the first one I've missed.
I think so.
And Seth's been at every one, boy. Old faithful over there. But anyways, before we get into this week's stuff, because we've got a bunch of stuff to talk about with college football, and we got some exciting stuff coming up this weekend that we're going to get to go do. But before we get into all that, we'll go ahead and plug the social media.
You miss 1 week and you screw it all up.
I know, dude.
Oh, I'm going to tell you.
It's a routine.
Is the audio fine? Because I did adjust my mic like last week.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Either way, all right. We have a Facebook page, a TikTok page, an Instagram, and a YouTube channel. Y'all go like, follow, subscribe, give us some interaction. Everything is at the Southern Roots. But other than that, let's get on to what we're doing this weekend.
Before we get into that, I was going to say we are going to post. My camera really needs to focus on me and not my guitars. But before
your guitars are prettier than you.
I mean, that is the truth. But before we get into, oh my God, this is going to bother the crap out of me. Stop. I'm sorry, guys. This is going to aggravate the fool out of me. Why? Okay, whatever.
Are you able to back your camera up any?
Oh, God.
That's not your camera, but...
I just don't. I haven't moved it. I haven't ever.
There it goes.
God, jeez. Anyways, what was I saying now? Oh, we're going to post some. This past weekend was the first weekend that we got to watch some football, like all of us together. So
yes.
we got some videos, some pictures. We just posted a TikTok today of me and Shane doing that running rock paper scissors eating challenge. That was
he ain't never doing that again.
I think so. So all the stuff that I've seen, like one is usually like, this is gonna sound weird, but like not dry type food.
Yeah.
And then two, we ran way too far. The most of the videos I've been seeing are like 40 feet, right? Like there and back. We ran about 40 yards.
30 yards, 40 yards, yeah.
I think it was 30 yards. We
one way.
We were shooting the bow.
And that's
so
one way.
A total of 60 yards.
Yeah, one trip, boy. By the time we were done, we was like...
And I was wearing those freaking muck boots that I cut down.
Yeah, heavy shoes. So anyway, so be looking out for that stuff on our social media. But yeah...
I won that, by the way.
I don't know if you could say that.
I think so.
Y'all go find out and comment down below.
Yeah, drop a comment
in the TikTok
it's on our
and let
TikTok,
us know who won.
So, yeah,
I think I won.
I don't know.
Work smarter, not harder, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say you may have been more strategic, but winning, I'm not so sure about. I don't really know how you win that. I don't think you can.
Finishing all the food.
By eating more? I think
by being there when all the food's gone.
I think it's whoever eats the most.
No. I think it's whoever's at the plate when all the food's gone.
Anyways.
Let us know what y'all think.
Yeah. Yeah, this weekend we are headed to Oh, okay. Where's it called? Tuckahoe.
Yes,
It is the time of year to start scouting. It turns out it actually doesn't turn out. It's just strategically planned on our part that Georgia don't play this weekend. So
Dude, they need a break. They need to be in timeout.
We'll get to
yeah,
that.
we'll
We'll get to that.
we can't go there yet because we won't get off. But
Yeah, I know.
so
I just want to throw that in there.
yeah, they are. Anyways,
All I gotta say is don't hit the panic button.
I agree. Okay,
agree
all
with
right,
that.
stop. Because here we go already. All right, so back to the old Tuckahoe. We're gonna try and. I mean, are we gonna? I guess we can't. It's not a squirrel. There's no
Yeah, it is.
small. Can you hunt small game
Yeah.
out there? Okay,
Yeah.
sweet. Maybe get a squirrel or two or something.
Squirrel, pig.
Hey,
We
yeah.
ready.
That's exciting. Wood.
Yep, time to start scouting for the Thanksgiving hunt.
The Thanksgiving hunt and the
Yeah.
bonus hunt.
I will say.
Uh,
Go ahead.
Well, yeah, last year, which you were probably about to
Yeah,
say,
that's what
was
I
a
was gonna
very good, and it was because we scouted, found some good spots, and
Yeah.
we hunted it, and it was successful. So, only way you're successful is you go out there and put the time in. So,
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I was gonna say. We put time in last year, and if you haven't seen the Thanksgiving hunt videos on YouTube, go check them out because they paid off. All the scouting paid off.
Not only did we put time in, another thing I don't think we really ever elaborated on as far as last year and the success we had is we didn't just stick to one plan. Like, so the way we planned on hunting when we initially went out there was the way we always do: find a spot, climb a tree, and then we were just barely off the mark. We're like, why don't we start hunting on the ground so we can
Be mobile.
move around if we need to,
Yeah.
70, 80, 100 yards.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I think everywhere where we end up, where I ended up killing my deer, you couldn't even climb. You couldn't climb there if you
anywhere.
wanted to.
Yeah. No.
So
yeah, being mobile definitely helps. Being able to get in really close to the bedding areas and stuff. I mean, y'all had to be within 50 yards where they were bedding.
oh, for sure.
We were.
Yeah.
We were close.
I mean, from the videos, which y'all go check those out, like you said, you hear the deer blowing after y'all shot. It's pretty wicked,
Yeah,
honestly.
like that's.
I don't know that you could hear it stomping in the video. I don't think that you could.
I can't remember.
But while we were sitting there, you could hear. I mean, that deer was close enough that you could hear it stomping.
I almost feel it stomping.
Yeah,
yeah, I mean it was.
it was right
It
behind
was.
us.
You should have just turned it around and quick scoped.
Bro, Shane quick scoped that doe. What are you talking about?
Dang near.
But dude, that was the most intense thing I've ever been a part of hunting wise. Like it happened. Like all of a sudden, we're nose to nose with a doe. Shane shoots it, and then everything else is like, oh crap, we can't move because this doe is literally probably. I would be willing to bet 15.
Right on the
yards
other
behind us.
side of
Like,
the thicket.
Yeah.
We were sitting up in the thicket, and that thicket couldn't have been no more than 15, maybe 20 yards.
yeah, thick.
Yeah.
And it was
on it.
Yeah.
I remember, I don't know if I said this before, but I swear I was going to grab that joker by the neck if it come between me and
Oh,
Shane.
you said it.
I would have loved to watch that.
I
on
would have
YouTube.
too.
That would have been so awesome. Could you imagine?
Or I can imagine. The way
yeah,
I imagine does not turn out well for you.
No, not at all.
I mean, shoot up amongst us. Somebody's got.
And somebody's got to get some relief.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, so we're headed to Tuckahoe. There's a lot of great memories out there. We've talked about going to other places. We talked very hard about it last year. About going somewhere else on the Thanksgiving hunt. and we just, I mean, y'all two pretty much grew up hunting out there this time of that week of the year, or whatever it is, that Thanksgiving week. And then I started several years ago, and it's just been like
A constant.
yeah, man,
Yeah.
you just, it, when
We
you,
even scouted different places. It just
We
didn't
did.
feel right.
yeah,
And we seen game when we did it. We
Yeah,
seen a
we
pig, and it still didn't feel right. It's so
I
weird.
saw that joker way closer than I wanted to. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's on YouTube as well.
That is also on YouTube. So, but yeah, this is one of my. I mean, as far as trips that I do like on a regular annual basis, this is by far my favorite trip that we go to. Is
Oh,
the
for sure.
the Thanksgiving hunt.
Oh, I look from the time we leave. Well, I'm not gonna lie. That Saturday when we come home, I'm like
Oh yeah,
done, ready
Oh.
for it to be over.
Yeah.
But by Monday, I'm looking forward to it again.
yeah. Especially after this past year, because like I've done this for. I mean, how long have we been friends? 7 years, 8 years,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah. We didn't start right away. I don't think, did we?
I came the first because I came the first year, that first Thanksgiving that me and Shane had become friends. I went out there,
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
and
It's-
this past year is the first time I've been out there and
It's someone killed
anybody in our group has killed anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, it's not even like, so when we got back this past year after the hunt, I mean, obviously, yeah, you're tired that first day and you get home, but come Monday, Tuesday, it's like, can I go back out there? Because that was insane.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though. That Saturday when you get home though,
Oh,
it's such a
yeah.
good feeling.
You
Oh,
shower.
And my bathroom hates to see me coming, buddy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so does
Dude,
my wife
nah.
because I reek, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, literally, I showered and used the bathroom. And after I unload everything, Brittany's like, "You want to go hunt?" I was like, "Huh?"
Not really, but sure.
But we did. And that's when I got down from the stand about 5 minutes after. I was like, I got to run to the house. I'm about to crap myself.
Yeah.
And then she shot a deer while I
Oh,
was on the
yeah.
toilet.
That's awesome.
It's amazing how your body works though, because like when I'm out there,
Don't even think about it.
for the most part, I'm good. Like
Yeah.
I'll go, once, maybe twice.
Yeah.
And then of course when we go to the house for Thanksgiving, and then we get back out there. But that Saturday, like when it's time to start packing up,
Yeah, it's like,
it's like it hits everybody at the same time. Like we
All right,
gotta go.
We'll see y'all
now.
later. I got an hour to get to the house, and I got about 45 minutes to get there.
Swear.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
Lord.
But I got to get I got to talk with Dad about getting the buggy in the shop before then, because I may bring it. I'm gonna try and bring it back out there, but he's been having belt issues with that joker a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He seems to we've put belts on there, and I mean they'll last 4 months, 5
Maybe the
months.
clutches might be clutches might be getting bad or something.
Something's got to be. I mean, it just shreds the belt.
Yeah, it's probably clutches got unaligned or something.
Yeah, so we're gonna let them. I'm gonna talk to them about getting it put in there, and see about getting it fixed before then, because it's a buggy is it's not like an absolute necessary thing, but it
So
is
much easier.
so much
Oh,
easier.
it's so much better.
So much easier.
And you don't have to get in and out of your truck with all that nasty freaking mud, and
Yeah.
so. But yeah, so that's our exciting thing for this weekend.
Yeah, be looking out for stuff. I don't think we'll have a full blown video for this.
I don't think
weekend,
we'll probably
but
won't either, but we'll definitely put something on some TikToks or Instagram.
if we do have a
Facebook.
full blown video, that means it went really well.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I need to get all of my camera stuff. I don't even know where my camera's at.
That's insane.
That's not ideal.
I have no idea. I think it's in my bag in this closet right here beside me. I think, but I'm not sure.
I hope.
I got my tripod right here. It's like a pistol.
Mine's laying on the floor over there.
And then this thing, my little gamble, I got that right
That
here.
for your phone?
Yeah, that's a little thing where you can walk and it keeps it still.
And we did not have that last year.
We did not
So
have
that's
this.
going to be nice.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Majority of everything we'll probably do a lot of until we get some which Seth's camera's pretty good, but like my camera is not great. Majority.
Mine's
of
not
that-
great with the low light, like the low light
Yeah.
stuff.
Majority of the stuff that I film is gonna be with the phone.
Yeah,
A lot
which
of
is
it.
fine. I mean, a lot of the cameras nowadays are pretty good.
Yeah. I literally got this phone because they said the video quality on it was so good.
Yeah.
So, anyways, well, y'all want to y'all got anything else about Tucko? Y'all want to get into the old meat and
We
taters?
get into what do we want to do? We want to go over pick'ems before we get, or do we want to say that for the very end?
What was that?
Hush.
Oh, I was like, something just sounded like
Nobody
a
wants to talk to you.
Sound like
a
a
bottle rocket.
a firework. Yeah.
We can do.
I'm down with whatever, dude.
Yeah, we can do whatever. Let's go over the game of the week.
Let me let him out real quick.
All right.
The Dicker's going nuts. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
Well, while he's doing that,
We can go over the game of the week.
yeah. Our game of the week from last week.
Yeah.
Okay. So our game of the week that we had last week was South Carolina LSU, which actually
game.
was an awesome game.
Yeah, one of our buddies were actually there.
Yeah.
And he's an LSU fan, so that was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah. I bet. I'm surprised he didn't go to jail. Did he say,
Yeah.
Did he say anything crazy happened?
I didn't talk to him today. I'll talk to him tomorrow. We're working
Gotcha.
together tomorrow.
Gotcha. But yeah, he that's pretty cool. South Carolina, University of South Carolina is like 2 hours from where we live, so it's not that far. It's actually, I think, the closest big. I get, what do you call? What is it? It's not power. It's Power 4 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the closest Power 4
Yeah,
school.
I think it is.
To where we live, actually. But yeah, it was intense. I did pick South Carolina to win on my pick'ems.
On your pick'ems?
And yes, and for the game of the week, but on the schedule I picked LSU.
Yeah,
the
I picked LSU on the schedule as well.
Did you pick South Carolina on the pick'ems?
No.
So you had LSU across the board.
Yeah.
I had the only thing I had LSU on was the weekly the schedule prediction.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, dude. I do like LSU. Like
I do too.
I'm not a diehard LSU fan by any means.
God, no.
But I do like. It's probably like Georgia, and I'm not gonna lie, like my next favorite SEC team is probably gonna be either LSU or now Texas, because I do like Texas, but
Yeah.
That joker almost killed an armadillo.
what?
He went outside. He went to go take a dump, and then armadillo took off, and he took off after it.
In the backyard?
Yes, had it cornered in the corner at the fence.
Nice.
Oh.
So we were talking about the game of the week. I had South Carolina winning on everything except for my total prediction, my total season predictions. I had LSU winning that. But I had some prize pick money on that game.
Yeah, and
I
you did
I
get
actually
Garrett Nussmeier.
won my prize picks this week.
How much you win this week?
$10.
Oh, you're rich, dude.
I am well, I don't know what a tenaire or something. I don't know. Anyways, like millionaire, but only $10. Anyways, it's not much money. I'm still in the negative, if that matters.
Well, Shane, you didn't get yours. He needed to get 300 yards passing. He only got like 250.
Yeah. He got to 256 and just sat there.
Literally stopped. Like he was halfway through the fourth, he was at 256.
Yeah.
I was like, Shane, I think you might be okay. And then the rest of the game.
Yeah, I needed him to get 250, so he just barely got it. And then something else was. No, never mind.
I did end up winning money on my prize picks.
Did
just not as much as I could have, obviously. Yeah, I won $8 on my prize picks.
There you go. So you still in the green?
Yeah. Yeah, I won $8 the first week. No. I broke even the first week total. Lost 20 last week and won 38 this week. So I'm plus 18.
Okay.
On the year.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of prospect, I'm looking at my lineup from last week, dude. Friggin', I forgot about. I had the running back for Florida to get 50 yards. That jerker finished the game with -7 yards.
On 7 attempts.
On 7
We both
carries.
had that one.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, that's a bad day. So, I mean, that's so bad. That's the only one I missed, too, like, out of 5.
He's not the only running back that I wouldn't expect to finish in negative yards that finished in negative yards.
Who else?
Frazier finished in negative yards for
Did
Georgia.
he really?
Yeah.
Negative 3 or something like that.
Dang.
Now, he didn't get 7 attempts neither, but.
Yeah. So the game of the week we were watching, we were to the point where there was times I was like excited for LSU for stuff that happened, and then once it kind of got down to like the very end, like I still want, because that was the game. So we have a group of us, you know, that we've talked about, that we have a $5 a person pot type thing. It's like $30 or something total, or 35 or something like that.
35, yeah.
But it was like everything was going for South Carolina, so I was like, oh sweet, I'm chilling. And then all of a sudden it changed because I was the only person in the group to pick South Carolina to win. So I was like, oh, I'm chilling. And then next thing you know, I'm like, wait a second, these motherfuckers are really just trying to screw me right now. Like,
yeah, it really did start bad for LSU.
yeah.
And they let the crowd get into it. And that is an underrated crowd.
Yes.
Oh, for sure. That place is insane. In fact, one of the guys that's in our Game of the Week group, he's an LSU fan. And he was at the game and was sending me videos and all that stuff. That place is so loud. He said on that pick six that they had.
Yeah.
He said whenever they picked the ball and he was running it back, he said that it was so loud he had to like cover it because it was just.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was crazy. He says the loudest thing he's ever heard.
Yeah,
that's wild.
It's insane.
That's
a noon kick, dude.
That's a noon. Yeah.
Ooh.
But they had college. He said there were people there in sleeping bags to get in there for college game day.
Yeah, Pat McAfee said it on TV that they've been here since 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's crazy.
That's insane.
Did he get in?
Yeah, he got in.
Did he?
We were trying to see if we could see a sign, but he got there at 6:30. He said it was already too late. Like,
yeah, it's too
6:30 in the morning. It was too late. Like, he was in the very back. like,
Yeah, like way back there.
like he couldn't even hear. He couldn't even hear what they were saying because I guess they have speakers, so you
Yeah.
can hear what the crew saying all that stuff. So you couldn't even hardly hear what they were saying because they were so far back and it was just so loud
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
there.
The speaking of that pick six that they had that got taken aback, I'm not so certain that old buddy doesn't need a it's not a
was
Grammy.
an-
Oscar.
Okay, yeah, an
Oscar.
That's right.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
yeah,
some
he-
good acting there, fine.
Yeah,
Brother.
that was.
Oh, dude,
That-
like two-hand touched him, and he like legit died. Like he didn't even when he hit the ground, he just was like he didn't move.
Hey,
I was like,
it-
God, dang.
Yeah,
it
It
worked.
worked.
Yeah,
it's so insane because I mean, and I think they've really called it mainly because he's the quarterback. It's like, dude, he's not technically a quarterback no more, dude.
at
he's
that
gotta
point,
go-
he's got to get
He
blocked.
just pushed him. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've pushed my kids as hard as that before.
Yeah,
they had the same reaction.
yeah,
they just died.
Yeah.
yeah. I was
So
like, man,
it was.
that would have been really good for me for my money situation. But like when you had just come back, I was telling Seth like I actually do like LSU like as a program.
Yeah, that's
Like they're probably like my second. Like it's like Georgia, and then if I had to pick another SEC team, it's probably going to be LSU.
it's either LSU or Texas for me.
That's exactly what I
This
said.
year, I can't say Texas because
Yeah, because they're
Texas is liable to pants
Win it all.
But
Yeah,
yeah
we'll
they're
see.
good, and their backup is good too. Holy
Yeah,
but that was expected. I'm be honest.
yeah,
with
he
you.
was
Yeah.
always going to be good.
yeah.
But
Yeah. So it was definitely an intense. The cool thing about that being a game of the week is had it not been the game of the week, we probably would have just all watched the game and been like, dang, that was a pretty good game. That come down right to the wire. But like I had one thing on it. Shane had, they picked a different thing. Shane
And at that point, at the end, like I just needed LSU to win, and I win.
yeah.
You just needed South Carolina to win, and I just needed LSU to win because they were already over my points margin. I had more points than anybody in the group.
yeah.
yep.
So if they just won, I automatically won. If, of course, South Carolina won, you're the only one to pick South Carolina, you won. And then I needed Nussmeyer to get what did I end up saying he needed to get?
It was
Another
like
50
302
yards.
or something.
47 more yards or something
Yeah.
like that. So I have never rooted for an
I'm
overtime
about to
game
say.
more in my life. I wanted that game to go to overtime so you get his 47 more yards and then win the game, and I would have been
Sitting
I would've
great.
been-
Big chilling.
Yeah. It was, there was a lot of emotions
at that time,
in the
I
game
still-
that we had
I thought-
nothing, like,
Yeah.
no carry.
I thought that Florida's running back was a lock to get.
yeah, 50 yards, bro?
yards.
Apparently not. By the way, Billy Napier they may have took his key to the facility already.
Open the door.
door. Open
Apparently there's some talk about Florida organization
I
getting
already-
some money together.
They had a big time meeting Sunday morning. And I read an article right before we got on the thing that there is one what do they call them?
Booster?
Yeah, there's one booster that said he'll pay it.
To get him
Oh
out?
my God.
Golly.
I don't know if that article is true or not. That's what I read. I was
Bro,
like,
hey, I ain't
God.
gonna lie. Them buyout contracts are not cheap either.
No.
His ain't nowhere near as like Jimbo was. His is like 24 mil, not 70 something.
Still
mil.
though, 24 million just so I can say, hey, I don't want you no more.
I know
Here's
that, but I'm saying
24
it's
million to go do
that's
whatever
a
the heck you want.
Big difference.
I wish
Yeah,
I could
between
be
the
a
two.
college coach and then just screw my season and just say, here's $20 million. Go do what you want. Leave
yeah.
us
I'd
alone.
be just like Ed Orgeron.
Oh, yeah.
What door do you want me to walk out?
I'll
on?
be out. I'll be out by the morning.
Yeah.
I'll be out right now.
Yeah, I'll leave right now. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm packing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ain't even. You
Tell
want
me what I can take. I don't care if it's just my clothes, but I'll go buy other stuff.
Yeah. Dude.
Crazy.
It's wild. Those buyout contracts are insane. There's talk about
Yeah.
the FSU coach too.
No,
He's not.
I know, but there are some people that are.
he just signed an extension. When was it? In the beginning of last year, or something like that. Like
I don't know.
That's not happening.
Nah. He was just undefeated. He's going to be completely defeated this year. So, I don't know, man.
I ain't gonna lie. Florida State's another team that I like normally, because
It's hard to watch.
an enemy
them.
of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
They hate Florida just about as much as we do. But man, like I also love chaos too, especially in college football. So
They got the toilet bowl.
They talked so much crap last year, and all in the off season. And so I'm kind of just enjoying watching them just be a total
dumpster fire.
Total dumpster fire.
Yeah, they got the toilet bowl at the end of the year with the Gators to see who's the worst team.
They do play the Gators at the end of the season.
That's going to be our game of the week.
Dude, that would be crazy. Both teams. Well, Florida will be 1-11 or 10 at that point.
Could you imagine?
Could you imagine if it's like they're both 1-10?
I don't even know what Florida State's rest of their schedule looks like, but
we thought it's pretty cake is what we thought, but they're losing the cake games.
Yeah, bro, you lost it. You paid Memphis 1.4 or 5 million. It was 1.9 million, I think it was. I read.
I don't know. I didn't see that, but I know they paid them a lot.
They paid them dang near $2 million to come get their brains beat in by them.
So they play Cal this weekend. Then they play SMU.
Cal just beat Auburn.
Yeah, and SMU, I don't think they're a pushover neither.
No, they're not.
Especially not for Florida State. And then they have Duke. And then they're going to get curb stomped by Miami.
Yeah.
And they got North Carolina.
Good. Miami does look good.
Then they got Notre Dame.
That'll be a good
Charleston game. Southern. They should win that game. Dude, I swear, if they're going into that game 0-9, there's no way, right?
There's no way.
There's no way they're completely winless. There's no way.
What I'm saying is Charleston Southern will be their first win of the year.
Oh, you're saying that they go to there.
They go into that game 0-9.
That would be insane.
That's not a impossible situation.
No, I mean, because I go and spoil, because Florida State and Cal's a pick 'em. I go and spoil my pick on that. I got Cal.
I did a team.
Yeah, I think I'm done picking Florida State.
And
for
then
the rest of the year.
SMU, I don't know a whole lot about SMU. I think they're actually decent though.
Yeah, they're okay.
So we'll see, man. 0-4 is a real possibility though.
That is a real possibility for sure.
Their next best chance of winning is SMU, Duke, North Carolina, and then Charleston Southern. They're not beating Miami. They're not beating Notre Dame. Florida may have a whole different coach come time that game comes around.
That is true because they were talking about getting Billy on out.
So what do you do at that point? Hire a new coach?
Yeah,
an interim coach. It would be either defense coordinator or offensive coordinator or something like that.
But you know who they're mentioning as the head coach for next year, right?
No.
Neither of y'all heard? They're talking about Lane Kiffin.
I did hear that. I did hear that.
He's not leaving.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, he will.
Money will be better.
Ole Miss is as good. Like it had to be basically Lane Kiffin created a perfect storm, and he's trying to reap the benefits. If it doesn't happen this year, it's going to be another 4 or 5 year process before he has this opportunity again.
Yeah. Florida has a much higher ceiling than Ole Miss.
For sure.
Gotcha.
It's hard to see that right now.
Yeah, like if you look at him right now, but he's got a bunch of
I think
fourth and fifth year. He's got a bunch of fourth and fifth year players on his team right now. Like the year that Ole Miss is set up is a year that programs like Ole Miss look forward to. Like just like when Mississippi State was good a few years ago, they had a bunch of fourth and fifth year seniors on their team.
Yeah.
So they're a program like that. Like
Yeah.
Kentucky's like that, where they get really, really good one year, and then it's a 4 to 5 year lull before they get really, really good again.
Yeah.
So I mean, they'll surprise teams. In the meantime, they'll go 8-4, 9. But as far as like, Ole Miss is legitimately in national championship conversation right now.
Yeah, they're scoring some dang points.
Yeah, they're gonna make Georgia Southern like a high school team this week.
It's very possible. Yeah,
It's very possible.
they could get.
Come on, Southern, go shock the world, baby.
That would, I'll tell you
Could
what.
you imagine? They beat Florida a couple years
With
ago.
only throwing the ball like one time or something like that.
Yeah, it was a crazy stat.
I remember that. I was in Statesboro that night.
Yeah, I bet that was insane. That was probably nuts.
Yeah.
Well, shoot. I guess we'll go ahead and get into the pick'ems.
Yeah, it's fine.
And then we can. Are you want to get into the?
All of
pick'ems,
us
or
had
y'all
a
wanna
pretty
get
bad
into
week last week.
to the Georgia game.
We'll say the Georgia game. We'll say the Georgia game. I will go to last week though, and pull up.
Andy wants to skip.
Yeah, we can just go straight
So,
to this.
just an update on the leads for the prize package. We still haven't nailed down what we're going to do.
Just like last year, too. It's like
Yeah. But Robbie is in the lead with 180 points.
Bro, Brittany's
then
ahead of me. That's wild.
Yeah,
What?
I wasn't going to say it, but
That's tough. But I had a bad week last week. I'm not gonna lie. Bad week.
yeah, she had a bad
At
week.
one point, I was.
Robbie,
You are 15-15 overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I knew you had a bad week last week, but you don't really realize it till you go see like your overall like stats.
Yeah.
we're about to get into this week last week.
Listen. We can just.
But this is exactly how it started last year. Let's be honest.
That is true.
And
Yeah.
you started off pretty bad, and then he crawled all the way back. It's far from over.
Yeah,
Dude,
so now,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
as it stands right now, Seth's got a 1-game lead on me. He's got 190 points. I got 180.
So I'm
Andy's
only
down
4
there.
games back from the lead. That's not terrible.
Yeah, Andy's
No.
down there at 150. So we already talked about LSU South Carolina game. We all picked Florida State. Won't happen again. I apologize to everybody for misleading y'all if y'all actually listen to us. That's
listen
kind
to
of y'all's fault for listening to us, anyways.
Yeah. I mean, Drucker
so-
scored 12 points.
Yeah. We all got the Washington State game wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I'm not gonna lie.
Seth?
There was a point. Or go ahead. You can go. You go into the next one. Go ahead. You can go ahead and do that.
Seth got the West Virginia Pitt game
I
wrong.
shouldn't have.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have. They had the lead with 5 minutes left. They were
They
up
did.
10.
Oh, we're
They're
going to
up
get
10.
to we're going to get to another one of those here in a little bit because we were all shocked at midnight when we were leaving your house.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still.
That one
But-
though, I'm not gonna lie. So I got the first 3 wrong. With 5 minutes left to go in that Pitt game, I was losing that one. And then the App State, I did not expect App State to beat East Carolina. So
And they were.
they were
Yeah.
winning for majority of the game and then ended up losing. There was a real possibility of me going 0-5 at one point. I was like, bro, I cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So Andy got the App State East Carolina game wrong. Me and Seth got it right. We all got the Texas A&M game correct. Then UCLA and Indiana. Not gonna lie, Indiana whooped UCLA.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
that
they
one
did.
wrong too.
So Seth's the only one I got that right. This is the other game that we're talking about that we were shocked at midnight. So TCU and UCF, we turned that game off
Yeah, because
because TCU had it handled. Like, it wasn't fun to watch. There were other games that we were interested in, so we turned it off. We go to leave and we go to check the pick'ems at the end just to kind of see where everybody was at, and saw that UCF came back and won the game.
Yeah.
So we all got that game wrong.
That
So-
actually kind of stinks because that would have been a fun last portion of the game that we turned off to watch because that would have been
Yeah, because I
insane.
had to turn it on like right after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put the other TV in a different room, and then we were like, let's just not watch that game. Let's watch. I don't even remember what game we
I
had
can't
up,
remember either.
but yeah,
I think it was a
But
Colorado.
then Colorado State. We all got that game right. Colorado won. And then Maryland and Virginia. Seth is the only one that got that right. That's what got him the lead on me.
I got that wrong.
Yeah, me and Andy got that one wrong.
God, I went 3-7 last week.
That's a
I
tough
didn't.
week.
I
buddy.
really didn't have a great week.
Brother, you
just had
had
a
a
good-
much better week than 3-7.
I know, but I'm saying like just in general, I still went 6-4 though. Like
Yeah.
it's
You
still
went
not like a
6-4.
great week, you know.
I went 5-5 and
It's a winning season. Or a winning week.
Yes, I agree. But
the
that's
good
like
thing is you're not on
road.
Florida State level.
yes, but I'm saying that's the middle of the road. A good week starts at 7-3. You're having a good week.
Yeah.
Great week is 8-2.
An okay
Oh,
week
yeah.
is 6-4.
Yeah.
A week is 5-5. You get below 500 and
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
bad.
that was bad.
yeah.
straight bad. Yeah.
Oh, bad. And I think I went 5-5, and then last week or the week before last, and then
I can tell you what you went.
3-5 or 3-7.
You went 4-6 the
Just
week before
kidding.
that.
That's crazy.
And then week 1, you went
8-2.
8-2.
Yeah. God dang. Started out hot, baby. I am
You've
on a
had-
cold streak.
You've had 2 bad weeks, so you're due.
I
yeah.
think my T flip earlier screwed me, but we'll go with it.
All
No, you
right.
didn't. You didn't, bro. Oh my god.
All right, this week's picks.
All right, we got Virginia and Coastal Carolina. I got Virginia.
I got Virginia. I almost didn't pick Virginia because they let me down last week.
I do have Virginia as well.
USC Michigan.
We ain't talking about that.
Yep. Rutgers and Virginia Tech. I have Virginia Tech.
I got Tech.
I do too.
And Arizona State, Texas Tech. I got Arizona State.
Arizona State.
Yep,
This next one was tricky.
it was.
I agree.
Utah Utes and Oklahoma State Cowboys.
I got
I got-
Oklahoma State Cowboys.
I got Utah.
I got the Cowboys.
Only reason last week their starting quarterback didn't play. And I don't think he's going to be back this week neither.
Utah's starting quarterback didn't play.
Yeah. They
That's
still
tough,
won.
brother.
That's tough, brother.
I looked at so they're at Oklahoma and they're at Oklahoma State and they're predicted to win by 2.
Okay.
Utah's predicted to win by 2.
Over under 51.5. But I definitely went against the majority picking Utah. The majority has Utah winning that.
I think it's gonna be a very
Oklahoma
close
State winning that
game.
game. Oklahoma State ain't nothing to.
Play with either. Like that.
Yeah,
Mine says Oklahoma State's predicted to win by 2.5.
Mine does too. Mine
Oh
is
yeah, I looked at the wrong thing. Yeah,
minus
yeah,
2.5
you're right, you're
means
right.
you win,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I looked at the wrong thing.
I don't understand why they do it like that. That's so confusing to me, but whatever.
I looked at the spread.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that. You know, on this app, you can click preview and it shows you all the
That's
spreads.
what I just clicked on.
I didn't know you could do it. I mean, I figured you could on the computer. I didn't know if you could on the
Oh yeah.
on the app too.
And then we got TCU and SMU.
This one's tough for me because the main reason TCU let me down.
Yeah,
But I picked them again.
I picked TCU again. I'm not picking Florida State when Florida State plays SMU.
I did pick TCU also.
TCU opened up at winning by 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not crazy.
No, but they're playing at SMU too.
Yeah, true.
So then we got Cal and Florida State. I already told y'all what I picked on that. I went
Yeah,
Cal.
I got Cal.
Florida State.
This is where
Andy
he's
picked
kind of
Florida
tripping.
State. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
he let the T pick.
I literally said I'm gonna flip a coin because I was so torn, man. I feel like there's no way they go 0-4.
I said that last week. I'm not picking Florida State till they prove to me that they know how to play football.
I mean, I don't disagree. I don't know, man. Apparently, everyone else just about believes the same thing because it's 75%.
75% has picked. That's gone down.
It was 76 when I
It was
picked
76%. I guess you were the one that tilted
changed
it
it.
to 75.
Which I took this T and I said, I'm gonna flip this T. If it points more to the left, I'm picking Cal. If it points more to the right, I'm picking FSU. That motherfucker was so far right, it was wearing a MAGA hat.
Pretty far right.
Yeah, so I was like, well, I guess I'm going with FSU.
Oh,
All right.
Lord.
Then we got Toledo and Western. Who did Toledo just beat this week? I can't remember.
I don't think they.
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State. That's right.
Yeah,
and
I picked Toledo.
it was a butt whooping.
Yeah,
too.
it was kind of a drumming, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah. I picked Toledo as well.
I did too.
Then we got Tennessee and Oklahoma. I think this is going to be a fun game. I think Tennessee is going to end up pulling away pretty significantly.
They're only good God, the spread is 58.5. I mean, not the spread, the line.
Yeah, the over under 57.5. Yeah. They're saying they're 7.5 point favorite at Oklahoma.
Yeah. I got Tennessee winning this.
And then we
I
got
do too.
the Iowa Hawkeyes and Minnesota Golden Gophers. I got Iowa.
I do too.
I do as well. Most
They're
of our
not
picks
a
are
three.
the same.
They're not but a 3-point favorite though.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't even pay attention to that. I'm not gonna lie. Normally, whenever they're on here, the spreads normally are like pretty close.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Typically.
Gotcha.
What were
So
we
our
different
one-
on? We were only different on one?
Me and you, I had Utah. Y'all both had Oklahoma State. And then Andy's got Florida State, and we got Cal.
Okay.
So,
That's crazy.
and then we didn't say what we got for the USC Michigan game.
Correct.
Correct, Amundo.
Which that game, so they're saying USC 6.5, over under 46.5, and it's at Michigan at 3:30.
That's a conference game, ain't it?
Now, this year it is.
Mm-hmm.
Weird to say.
That is weird to say. 3:30.
So that's what
It
we got.
won't matter.
And
We ain't gonna watch much of any football this weekend.
I would say, as far as like prize picks, I don't know. I'll make a decision like Friday night if I'm gonna do prize picks. There's a very good chance I don't do prize picks because I'm not gonna be watching anything.
Yeah.
But that could also be really cool to get home and then check it and see.
Yeah.
If you did good or bad.
Yeah. So I would look at it and just see what I like and go from there.
Those touchdown
This dude's
ones
bad.
are not the move for me, I feel like. The
Travis
touchdown-
Hunter got like 3 touchdowns.
I understand that, but I feel like those are harder than the yardage ones. But then I also see the other side of it where it can be way easier than the yardage ones.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because it can be just one play.
yeah, it can be one play and you get a touchdown, or it can be. I mean,
Well, that's why you got to look at, like, I like the Travis Hunter one because of who they were playing.
yeah, oh yeah,
They knocked Travis Hunter out last year. And so,
Did you see their quarterback, the Colorado State quarterback, like do the little baby thing to Travis Hunter?
yeah.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I saw
Primetime was like,
Did
This
you
is
did y'all
Travis
see what I
Hunter,
sent
like-
y'all earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did hear that quarterback was talking a lot of junk.
he was they posted
he
a
was,
whole
for
like
sure.
sit down, like him and somebody else like posted a whole like sit down interview type thing about. They were talking some mad junk,
No, I
but at the
get
end
it.
of the
But
game, at
before the
end of
game and during the game, But at the end of the game, the guy that was talking to crap came up to you, took his loss, went to go shake your hand, and you go, and then like, oh no, I'm not shaking your hand.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
My thing is at the end of the game, it's over with. You know what I mean? We seen who the better one was.
Yeah, you let your play and do the talk. My thing is, so that's 2 weeks in a row that Shadur Sanders has done something at the end of the game that I really just did not like.
Yeah. No, I get that for sure.
Like, he couldn't stick around for the end of the game against Nebraska. And
Yeah, I
then
thought
he
that
sticks
was
around for
wild
the end of
myself.
this game and won't go and shake the other quarterback's hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know if there was a reason behind him leaving early the last game. I don't think
Never
so.
heard anything about it.
Never heard of any injury suspicion. Never heard of like.
Well, he got taken out the game before that, like, and he was on the sideline, and then with 2 minutes left, he's like,
Yeah,
is-
that's
See
my
ya.
thing. Like,
Why now?
yeah. I don't know, man. A lot of these guys are going to this is about me type thing versus I've always grown up and been the type that
well, no, that's the culture that Colorado just has in general.
Yeah.
That's
true.
what you're going to get with
true.
Dion being your coach. Now I still think he's a good coach. Like, I think he knows ball. I think he'd be a better coach once his kids aren't involved.
Yeah. I could agree with that too.
Yeah.
But that's just, I mean, that's those guys. I'm not going to lie. They went what 4-8 last year,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Won 4 straight and lost the rest.
Yeah, and they act like the way they act. You would have thought that they freaking had a 10-2 season last year.
Mm-hmm.
And not only I mean, you ain't get the bowl game. I don't. I don't like it. It gets on my nerves.
Yeah, mine too. I don't
I feel like I've always done pretty good about, like, once the game is over, I'm gonna show my respect, win or loss.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be upset. I'm not the best loser by no means, but I'm not like disrespectful or anything like that. Like, I'm gonna go tell you good game or whatever you're supposed to do after the game.
Yeah.
And be done with it. I mean,
Yeah.
so whenever I see stuff not like that, it gets on my nerves. I mean, I go and tell you, like, if let Raylan or Colton think they're going to do that after a game,
Yeah.
it's not going to turn out well for them.
No.
I'm
No, I
going to
get
embarrass them on the field.
Yeah.
So
we
it just
need
gets on my
to,
nerves.
we need to get into the Georgia game. We're almost at an hour.
No, we can go a little over. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
But we can get into it.
yeah.
That was a scare of, I guess we have them, seems like once a year with the team that we should beat pretty well.
Yeah.
Which we didn't think we were going to cover. We made that pretty clear.
I
I thought we were.
You said you don't think they're covered, but I don't think you actually ever said anything about actual points.
Okay, well, if I didn't say it on the podcast, I know that I did vocalize it to several people. I think we won by 10 at the most.
Yeah.
I knew this was. I had a very good feeling it's going to be a dogfight the whole time. Did not think it was going to be what it was.
No.
I don't think anybody would have predicted that, but us covering wasn't going to happen.
No, I did not think so. I thought we were just going to try to get to the bye week, and kind of skate by, but not like that. I thought we were going to win by. I thought more than 10. I thought we were going to win by like two touchdowns, about 14. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With one of them being probably like a late touchdown.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
My thing is Kentucky's always for whatever reason a tough game for Georgia.
Especially when we play at Kentucky.
Yeah. And I'm here to tell you go I don't care where it is. Maybe not Florida, but you go anywhere else in the SEC and you play them at
But we
7:30.
don't ever play at Florida.
Yeah, that's true too. You go anywhere else in the SEC and you play them at night, that's gonna be an atmosphere like no other, dude. Like,
Well, you gotta assert your dominance immediately.
Yes.
If you give them the crowd a chance of hope,
yeah, they'll be
Dude.
there all night.
Yeah.
and they were, dude.
They were-
I mean,
they
you
were
heard
all
them over the TV copy pretty easily.
Yeah.
But
Which I even said last week. I swear I hope I said this stuff on the podcast. If I didn't, I really got to start making sure I do. That whenever they lost to South Carolina, it was because they were looking ahead to Georgia. They saw South Carolina struggle against Old Dominion in week 1
yeah,
and thought they were going to run through South Carolina.
literally run
And-
the ball
and
the whole time.
They focused on Georgia, and I think it's pretty apparent because they got their tails whipped against South Carolina and then played probably the best, one of the best games they're going to play. They have room for improvement because they only passed for 114 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the most physical games they'll probably play all year.
That's, yeah, for sure. That's a good chance it's one of the most physical games we play all year.
That's
We
true.
got our tails whooped on the offensive line.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
plain and simple. If I have any concern, I don't really have much concern. My only concern really is why do we get whipped like that on the offensive line? Defense, we were in their backfield.
Yeah.
We just weren't wrapping up for whatever. I mean, they're time and time again, and we were yelling at the TV.
Yeah, dang near
The running back would get the football, and we were hitting them almost
Yeah.
immediately.
At the line of
He'd
scrimmage,
break
a
it.
yard back behind the line of scrimmage, like we were there. Just not making
I'd
the play.
love to see
Even
the
if we
yards
didn't-
after contact stat for their running back.
Yeah, because even
It
if
was-
we
I
didn't
guarantee
make
it
the
was the same.
first tackle, if we would have made the second tackle or the third tackle, we cut their rushing yards in half.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
breaking 3, 4, 5 tackles. It seemed like every time they ran the ball.
Yep.
And then plus our defensive line we're hurt. I mean, we just
Oh yeah, we don't have all our guys.
we don't have all our guys there. So I don't really have no concerns about our defense really, except for the defensive line as far as them just getting healthy. I think that we'll be fine on the defensive line. We need them back before the Bama game.
Yeah.
But whatever the freak was going on with our offensive line, we have to have figured out by the time we play Bama. Because if they get whipped like that against Bama,
Oh, we'll
we're
lose
good.
that game for sure.
and it's
Yeah.
a good chance it's going to get ugly because
Yeah.
Bama can score in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Now, what I will say is the good thing is Bama's kind of home run or nothing. So I think it was Josh Pate. I think he said they've scored how many touchdowns so far this year?
A
Do
bunch.
not know.
It was like 28 or something like that. They scored a lot of touchdowns so far, 21, whatever it is. Over half of them has been from like breakaway plays.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I mean, for God's sakes,
If-
they scored like 30 or something like that
Yeah.
in a matter
There's
of
20 something. Yeah. In the last
In a matter
6
of
minutes
6
of the fourth
minutes.
quarter or something
so
like that.
sustaining drives is an issue for them.
Yeah.
They really rely on the big play. As long as we can contain that, we'll be fine. We just got to the offensive line's got to get figured out.
I agree.
I mean, I was in the process of watching something before we got on here of a guy breaking down the offensive play, and I mean, I knew they were getting whipped. I didn't realize it was even as bad as it looks on the film. Those jokers right there are going to get worked.
I will tell you, I already watched that. It's mainly one guy. Not making. I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
he brought up one guy a lot. Let's just say
I'm
that.
gonna finish watching it after we get done here. But like, I mean, even in game, I remember we had Delp missing blocks on the edge. We
Yes.
had Lucky, I think it was, missing blocks on the edge. Humphreys missing blocks on the edge, and
That plays that would go for 10+ yards.
yeah, I mean,
Just with him
yeah.
blocks.
Yeah.
There was time ETN had the ball. The entire goal as a running back is to get 1-on-1 with a linebacker. Because your running
Correct.
back normally is going to win that open field 1-on-1.
Yeah, especially the linebacker, man.
Yeah, and especially ETN. Like, dude.
Yeah, Etienne is shifty.
Yeah, he is.
That's not.
Do what?
What?
Oh my God, you said shifty, and I was like, no, I didn't think you were about to say shifty. So it caught me off guard for a second.
Pulled a Pat McAfee. That is not what we thought you was gonna say.
But I mean, and he's having to if ETN would have had blocking, that joker goes for 120 plus yards. He got 84 yards getting hit in the backfield almost every time he touched the ball.
Yeah, I like I said before the podcast, I think we blocked for him good twice, and he got first down both times.
Yeah,
Frazier
8 to 10 yards.
Frazier did end with -5 yards.
Yeah, that's wild. How many carries?
1 for -5 yards.
yeah.
I mean,
No, just kidding. That was passing. 3 carries for 2 yards.
Oh, okay.
He didn't.
So we didn't have any. He didn't rushing wise. I was trying to see. I was trying to find. They don't do it that like I would like. I want to know the yards. Is there not
after contact, dude? I don't know where to find the.
Please put it in the comments if y'all know.
If you know the website to find like QB pressures, yards after contact.
Yeah, because
if you know where to find those stats, please, for the love of God, I have looked and looked and looked all day because it was Dad earlier today that said that Georgia wasn't getting no pressure.
Yeah.
On Kentucky.
He was talking to me about that yesterday.
It threw me off, and we had one guy that had 8 pressures. I found that one stat.
Yeah.
Jalen Walker had 8 pressures by himself. We had 3 sacks and 5 tackles for loss.
Yeah. They had 170 rushing yards, Kentucky did. The running back had 22 carries for 98 yards. And I guarantee probably 15 of those carries, he was hit in the backfield.
It seemed just about every time he got the ball, he was
majority of his yards came after contact.
Yeah. At least 50. At least.
Yeah, I was thinking like 60 probably.
Which is insane. So you say just that one running back alone, you make those tackles. You go from 100 to 40.
Yeah. So it's totally unrealistic to make the tackle first contact every single time, right?
Yeah.
Let's be realistic. Let's say if we make it a quarter of the time, and then half the time we make the second tackle, and then after that, Ruger.
It gets me every time, bro.
It sounds like a firework, dude.
It sounds just like a bottle rocket.
After that, you get a third tackle, right? If we do that, I'm telling you, we cut their rushing yards in half.
Yeah.
They don't hardly see past the 50-yard line. They score 6 points max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're cutting their drives down. We score more points. The not tackling and the offensive line, the not tackling is typically pretty easy to fix.
Yes.
Correct.
The offensive line getting beat,
that's tough. Which I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I think what was shocking me the most with the not tackling thing is I haven't seen Georgia do that in 3 years.
It's every year it's like one game. Like I remember the Missouri game. It felt like they just weren't tackling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
Typically, it seems like it's typically
always something.
Well, Jalen Hurts just loves whooping up on teams from Georgia, boy.
Ain't whooping us yet.
Yeah, he's driving down the field about to do the same thing. I mean, just anytime a team from Georgia plays Jalen Hurts, he's gonna run all over them. Apparently, at least every time I watch.
I'm guessing y'all talking about the Falcons right now.
Yeah.
Falcons are trash.
I mean, I get that, but I don't get to watch them a whole lot.
Let's be honest. The Eagles are not really trash.
No, they're not. I mean, the Falcons are. I almost said we. I don't care about NFL enough to say we. Falcons are winning right now, though.
Are they?
Yeah. I mean, they're about to be losing,
Yeah.
but it's 15-10. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
I had PTSD, man. Saw Jalen Hurts running all over a Georgia team.
Started having.
Hurt me.
But yeah, I don't think it's time to hit the panic button
I
at
don't
all.
either. I don't
I think
either.
we'll
And
be
if you-
okay.
And everybody that you listen to, like that has merit, like
Yeah,
sports
they're chilling.
analysts and
Yeah.
and everybody like that, like they're like,
No,
calm down, everybody, chill out. First of all, like it's okay, but like the
people on
people
on
around
TikTok,
here
bro?
are like tripping, dude. I'm like, just Jesus Christ.
I have to stay off of like Facebook after Georgia plays a game like that. Not because I get crap from other fans, because Georgia fans
are so
Dude.
bad, dude.
Oh my gosh, man. It's like fire Mike Bobo. This had, I feel like, nothing to do with Bobo.
I don't
We
either.
couldn't run the ball. If you can't run the ball, the offense doesn't go. It's just that simple.
Yeah,
You have to be able to run
every
the
level.
ball.
you cannot.
That's
you cannot
professional,
be
college,
yeah,
high school. If you can't run the ball, you can't throw the ball.
cannot be one
Them safeties are
dimensional.
not going to be pulling down for you to be able to throw the ball.
Yeah,
Yeah. And so like I don't care who you
But I will
had.
say, he had one drive when Mike Bobo was at, like, I think it was our touchdown scoring drive, where we were slinging the ball.
yeah. You
Yeah, well,
even,
he
you even
did-
looked
he
at us
finally
like,
just
dang,
said-
well, he dialed it up right there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah, he finally just said bump it, like we gotta do something.
yeah.
And everybody's like, why couldn't we do it the whole time? Things are
wasn't in the game plan. Let's be honest. I mean,
It wasn't in the
was
game
totally
plan.
different.
and the game plan always changes too.
At a certain point, you just
Whenever-
say, hey, we got to
at
go
a certain
win a ball
point.
game.
Yeah, well, not only that, Kentucky's defense is going to start playing a little different because now they're feeling the pressure. Like, we got to get a stop right here. Like, we got.
Yeah.
And so things just change. And what's working then, I mean, it didn't work the next drive,
Nope, did
you
not.
know? So, yeah, I mean, I don't care. Everybody's like Todd Monken, right? Bring Todd Monken back. You could have had Todd Monken.
I don't think it
And it
changes.
wouldn't have mattered. When you're getting beat on the offensive line, it's so hard to win a football game. I wholeheartedly believe we only won that game because purely from talent and a little bit of luck.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
I mean, if that's equal roster talent, because let's be honest, like
We lose.
Kentucky doesn't have the dudes that Georgia has.
No, they
roster-wise.
just don't.
No, if it's equal rosters, that game probably looks ugly. Like I'll put it this way: we're about to have equal rosters when we play Bama. If our offensive line plays like that, Bama's going to whip us.
We're going to play
Yes.
like a drum, son.
Yeah, you're going to be like Georgia doesn't even deserve to be on the field with them.
Agreed.
So, as long as the offensive line gets figured out, or I guess I'll find out who that one player. I feel like I already have an idea because I'm 20 minutes in. He's already mentioned the guy like 2-3 times.
Dude, what?
So,
What'd you say? I was reading a stat line. What?
He's the one player I'm talking about.
yeah, I'm only 20 minutes into an hour-long video. He's already mentioned the guy like 2-3 times.
Yeah.
This is
I think I know
lineman?
who he's talking. Yeah, I think I know who he's talking about. But
I'm gonna have to watch that video.
as soon as we get off here, I'm going and finishing it for sure.
It's an hour video, but it's so good, dude.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. So
Don't hit the panic button.
Yeah,
Everybody,
general-
calm down. Take a
General
deep breath.
consensus is just take a breath, calm down.
Georgia does this every year.
Yep. It literally
We don't
has
like it
happened.
neither.
Yeah, no one likes it. Trust me. Trust.
We
me.
all
I
had
feel
a heart attack. At least
I
three.
like
yeah.
if you watch enough, you know when it's coming. Like I knew going into this game, there was like we weren't going to play like we wanted us to play. It wasn't as bad. It was worse than what I was anticipating it being.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean,
There's a lot of good things to come out of it too, though. Like, as far as like, we did find a way
To win the
to
game.
win the ball game.
well,
You know what I mean?
it's
Like-
always good to know what your weaknesses are too.
Yeah.
So like we found out our offensive line can be a weakness. It may be just one player. I think Kirby's going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets paid really good money to do so, and he's done a real good job since he's got there. So
Yeah.
I have full confidence in Kirby.
Yeah, I got
really
full
do.
confidence there that he gonna figure it out.
I just wish we had one more game before we played Bama, man.
Oh, for sure.
I hate that that's the game that we have. And then the next time we see them play, it's going to be not just playing Bama, but it's going to be at Bama
At night.
Yeah,
Like,
another night road game.
Yeah.
At what
This
I
crowd's
would
going to
probably,
be wilder.
I think Bama is going to be more insane than Kentucky is.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know.
So.
The only reason I say I don't know is because Kentucky's not supposed to be able to win that game and had a chance.
True.
And so that kind of excitement versus Bama's going to the game definitely expecting to win.
They think they can really.
Yeah, but they know there's a chance though. They know we are a threat. But
but Bama fans are also delusional too, where
not Georgia fans.
They still, a lot of those fans. You have some realistic ones out there, but you have a lot of those fans that still think they're untouchable. And so we'll see.
We'll see.
I think it's gonna be really hard to be louder in Kentucky because those. I mean, they thought they had a legitimate chance to win. I mean, they did.
They did.
They had a legitimate chance to win in the fourth quarter. That's that crowd was rocking.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna need to wrap this one up. We almost at an hour 15 now.
Yeah, I gotta go finish watching this video so this guy can kind of talk me off a cliff a little bit.
Yeah, Shane's like, don't hit the panic button, but he's like standing on the edge of the thing.
Yeah,
like,
I
might jump.
The button cover has been lifted.
Yeah, like the deal or no deal thing. Like,
I'm looking at the button.
Close, no deal. Close the lid. Oh goodness. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, I guess we'll plug the social media real quick before we get back out of here.
Yes, sir. The Facebook page, YouTube channel, TikTok, and Instagram. Y'all go like, follow, subscribe. Everything is at The Southern Roots. And if you're not following us on these podcasts, y'all make sure y'all hit that plus button or the ad, or make sure y'all download these podcasts. Get some more followers on the podcast. That'd be greatly appreciated.
Yep. Also, if you want to listen to last week's podcast, it did not get posted to YouTube due to me being out of town. Go check it out on Apple and Spotify, like he was just saying. But with that being said, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed this episode. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Southern Roots Podcast. I'm Andy.
I'm Seth.
And I'm Shane. Remember, always keep those Southern roots.